Good morning and welcome back. I hope this school is going really well for you and that you're learning a lot. Speaking of learning, we're going to learn about the word disciple today from Pastor Sean. You might hear it in his message. A disciple is another word for student, and the men that were traveling with Jesus in this story were his disciples, so they were his students. And that means that they were learning how to go out and spread his word to everyone that they met. So we're going to continue on with the story. The woman at the well and Jesus were chatting. He knew all about the things that she had done in her past, but he continued to have a relationship and talk with her. And this was amazing to her. And so when the disciples came back from the village, she decided that she was going to go run and tell everybody else in the village about who she had just met. And so she left. The disciples stayed there, and they were concerned because Jesus hadn't eaten in a while. And they wanted to make sure that he was fed. We need food to have energy to function in our day. And Jesus had a big job. He had to tell everybody all these wonderful things that could happen by being in a relationship with him. So they said, Rabbi, you need to eat, you need to eat. And he said, I don't need the same kind of food that you need. The way that I get energy is through doing what God wants me to do. And this confused them because they needed to eat. So he tried to explain it to them by talking about harvesting and farming. So you'll hear this in the verses today about using the words harvesting and sowing and reaping. And it gets a little confusing, but basically what he was telling his disciples was that there is work to be done. We need to go out, we, meaning them at that point, they needed to go out and tell everybody about Jesus. They needed to gather in the people, just like when we go out and harvest our crops, we gather the crops in. So that's what he wanted them to do, go out and gather the people, tell them the wonderful things that can happen when you're in relationship with Jesus. Same thing that we can do now. We get to do that now. They got to do that then. So that's what the story is about today. So pay attention. And then next week, we're going to finish this story. We're going to find out what happened when the woman at the well went into the village and comes back with them. And that's it for today. So have a great week. Sunday school starts on the 12th, and I'm really excited to see you guys. Thanks so much.